Hey Francis, how are you? So I created the CMA for you. It stands for Comparative Market Analysis, and I'm going to show you a few homes that I thought were good comps to your home. What I did was I got actually a few on your block that sold, and then I got a few that are about a half a mile radius away. Obviously, it's going to be a little hard for me to actually comp out your house without seeing the inside, but let's go through it real quick. So in this comparative market analysis, you got your picture right here of your house. And pretty much we have 2 to 3 bedrooms, 1 to 2 full bathrooms, and we have one half. So pretty much the square footage, yours is about 1,060, and we go up to 1,485. And the average square foot is about 132 per square foot, and it goes up to 175. So let's go scroll down further. And these are, I put down 7, so you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can see these are the days in the market. So this one right here was 30 days in the market, and this one was about 5 days on the market. Let's scroll down a little further. So these are the price graphs. So these are the list price and the sold price. So to the left, you have the list price. And you can see most of the properties sold pretty close to list price. You see this one sold at list price. So that's that graph. Here are the 7 properties line by line. And this will give you a general idea of all the details. So here's the first time you're actually going to see the addresses. So it's 15 Sherwood, 25, and 75, and 153. These are all on your block. This gives you the list price. Days on DOM stands for days on the market. 59, 71, and so on and so forth. So further down, you see over here, this is a close summary. So this is average price that's sold, and average per square foot, 150, and median is 205, and the low is 158. Here are the property in more details. This is a listing summary. Okay, I could give you more details on this if you want, with more pictures of the insides. So let's go through them one by one. So at 194 Falls, let me see where my notes are on this. Okay, so on 194 Falls, I felt like this was a pretty good comp overall. It was in decent shape, and it did have a finished basement. The list price was 165 and sold for 158. At Carmelo, let's scroll down to Carmelo. 28 Carmelo, sorry, was a very dated house. So if your house is in newer shape, I mean, it would probably be worth more than the sale price was at 173. Going down further, 54 Fallsbrook. Let's see what I have for that one. So that one had a really nice yard, had central air conditioning, has a beautiful yard with a gazebo in it and a fan. It's a very fancy yard. Has a really nice family room with cathedral ceilings, and does have a finished basement as well. And that sold for 189. And as you can see, again, that is a nice property. I could give you details as well, but it is only a 2-bedroom as opposed to yours, which is 3. So obviously a 3-bedroom typically will sell faster and is a better feature for most families. This is not the best comp, but it was on your block, so I did take it. So this is 15 Sherwood. This one it was built in 1971. Has a 2-car garage underneath, as you can see, and does have central AC, and the square footage is about 200 or 300 square feet more. But it is like it's kind of like a split ranch. Let's go a little further. 25 Sherwood. So 25 Sherwood has a nice deck in the back, has an AC, and has 1,430 square feet, which is a significant amount more than yours. But you, according to your property card, you have 2 full bathrooms. 75 Sherwood, again, another property on your block. Again, nothing crazy, but it does have a lot of square footage. All right, and then going down, here's the next one. This one, CL stands for closed. So again, these are all sold properties, and I took this one a little further back just because it was on your block. So this one has a really nice kitchen, and it has a nice finished basement. So this one sold for a lot of money. I don't know how nice your house is, but this was a really beautiful house, and this does have 2 full baths. This also would be a good comp compared to where you are at. So here are all the properties that sold. So here it's color coded, but each one, this was 230 about. This one hit 237. So you can see the different sold prices on this graph. And again, here's another graph: max price, lowest price, and average price. Here are all the properties. Here are the closed prices. Here are the days on the market. Here's the percentage of sale price to list price. So this tells you that pretty much everybody got very close to asking price, And this breaks it down to price per square foot, and the average is 150. All right. So being that the average price per square foot is 150, I mean your house is 1156 times 150, that would be $173,000. However, you do have the basement as well, and if you look, the average price on the house, the houses on your block sold for even more than that. So if you take the houses on your block, it would be average price of higher than that. Again, obviously depends on the condition inside. All right, here is the pricing recommendation, so you can kind of figure it out compared to what your house looks like to the other ones, compared to the condition. Again, so I wrote over here, I would think that your houses probably should be listed around the 200K range, $200,000. Again, it's hard to see without actually being inside. This is general graphs explaining to you the effectiveness of correct of pricing the property correctly. When you price the property correctly, you get much better return on it, because what happens is a lot of times sellers will say, hey, let's sell for really high, and I could always lower the price. What happens is that when people say that, outsiders, let's say I was a buyer, Levi looking to buy your home, oh, this property's been on the market for like 4 months, must be something wrong with it. Yeah, nobody bought it till now, so I'm not going to look at that. So that's what ends up happening. Okay, here are a bunch of graphs. You could just read through them. Nothing too crazy. It just explains to you, hey, that you should be somewhere in the middle right here as far as the price and some of the pitfalls of overpricing. You could read through that. I'm going to send this to you in an email. And that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, please feel free to call me. This is a general map of the other properties that I comped out. So this is Sherwood right here. So you're on this block right here. Thanks for watching, and I hope to hear from you soon.